Hello, Todd Smith back again for another appellate tip of the week. We're going to do this differently today. I'm going to show you my screen and demonstrate for you how you can determine which Court of Appeals has jurisdiction over your case. Now, you might want to know this information for a couple of reasons. One is if you're litigating a case in a certain county in Texas, it's useful to know where the case might wind up if it goes up on appeal. That could influence you in making decisions and so forth. But secondly, another major reason to know is so that you can cite cases out of the relevant appellate jurisdiction to that trial court in your motions and so on. The court is likely going to find cases from its own appellate district to be more persuasive than a case from, say, clear across the state in a rural area. So that's just a couple of quick thoughts on why this is relevant. And it's also relevant when you're ready to actually take an appeal up. You need to know where the appeal is going to go. So how do we determine that information? Well, the Office of Court Administration has put together this handy interactive map that makes it super easy to determine where your case is going to go on appeal. And the map is available at this site, maps.txcourts.gov. And as you see, what it does is it pulls up this interactive map of the entire state of Texas with all 254 counties illustrated. And so we'll just run through a couple of quick examples, and it'll help you identify the usefulness of this particular app. So in Travis County, let's say we've got a case in Travis County. Let's click on the interactive map, and it should pull up some information for us. It now tells us that Travis County cases, unsurprisingly for those of us that do this kind of work, are heard in the Third Court of Appeals. But it also gives a lot of other useful information. It provides web addresses and formal names of the judges that sit in that county, including the district courts, the county courts, and the justices of the peace, along with the clerks' names and addresses and their websites. So that provides far more information than just the appellate district that the cases from that county go into. Now let's do something a little more challenging. If you practice in Texas, and especially in the Gulf Coast region, you know that Houston is a little bit different. That the Houston Harris County cases and cases from around that region fall within two potential appellate districts that overlap completely. That's the 1st and the 14th. But if you click on Harris County, it feeds you that information so that if you're not familiar with how that works in those counties, then you will easily learn, well, these cases could wind up in either the 1st or the 14th. Now, the details of that are going to be the subject of another video at some point. That's beyond our scope for today. But you get the same kind of useful information about the judges who sit in that county. So super helpful, lots of very beneficial information for practitioners. Let's do something a little tougher. Let's say you've got a case in Erie County. Where do the appeals go from that county? Click on that, and then it tells you Erie County, the cases are heard somewhat surprisingly in the Third Court of Appeals. There's a big geographic region that cases go to. What about Van Zant County? The 12th Court of Appeals in Tyler. So you get the idea. This is a very beneficial map that's been made available to us. It's easy to find. You can bookmark it. And it makes it super simple to get at that basic information of which Court of Appeals is going to hear your case. There's also another handy list that's published online at txcourts.gov that's got the information broken out by appellate district, and it lists the counties that feed into each of those districts. So that's a one-pager that you can print out and keep by your desk if you want to, or if you want to utilize technology and the resources that the OCA has made available to us, you can use this interactive map. That's it for this week's tip. We'll see you next time.